Hi everyone, it's Shar. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so the most recent video that would have gone on my channel, if not the one right before this and the one before that, would have been a restart of the Shar save file. Now you all know I am making my own save file because when I played like Not So Berry, it was so fun for me to see the characters that I had created, just kind of walking around and knowing their backstory. It added so much depth to my game, plus the base game, it needs some work. So save file is fun for me. So today we are creating the Reid family. And this is semi-generated. And then I just gave her a makeover. And her traits are that she is serial romantic. She is a maker. She's high maintenance. And she's a music lover. I think I changed maker to bookworm because I didn't add any eco lifestyle stuff to her house. And I didn't think it would make sense. But essentially my girl really loves the outdoors. She loves plants. She's a really casual and laid back person, but she also, I don't want to say has a fear of commitment, but would rather prefer not to commit. She's a serial romantic, so she likes to just kind of go around, meet new people. She sees romance as a way to just kind of have fun and have a good time. She was in a pretty serious relationship before this with her partner, who you're about to see right now. I forget what I named him, but he turns out really cute. They were in a serious relationship, and what worked out well, because I didn't actually know this family's backstory when I was making them, is that he also randomly got the romance aspiration, but his was to find his soulmate. So they get into a relationship. He thinks that this woman is his soulmate. She very much is like deeply in love with him. You'll see this in her sentiments and the sentiments for each other's. Deeply in love with him. My girl doesn't like commitment. She doesn't really feel like a long-term relationship is for her, but for her, in her mind, in that moment, they're good together. They're having a good time. And for him, he's like, this is the love of my life. They end up having a baby because Isabel accidentally gets pregnant. They decide to have the baby. They have a baby boy who you would have seen his room in the previous episode. His name is Emery. So he's a glutton, he's a vegetarian, and he is a clubber. He essentially works at this really cool and trendy restaurant. He is a chef, and he really loves it. Now, this is their son. I had to make sure he was going to be cute when he aged up, because the Sims would age in the save file, who is absolutely such a cutie. I gave him his daddy's eyes. So they have their son, and Emery, being all in love, really thinking that Isabel is his soulmate, decides to propose. And Isabel gets swept up in the moment, and she's like, oh my gosh, yes, she says. Yes. But not long after that, Isabel gets really, really cold feet. She starts to feel like suffocated. She thinks, I don't want to be in a relationship long term. This isn't fair of me to let Emery, who I actually really, really love, think that I would be okay with being in a marriage. I don't believe in marriage. I don't want to be married. I don't want to be a serious relationship. The relationship was serious, but in her mind, she was just kind of going with the flow, going day by day. And then he proposed, and it really hit her how serious a relationship was, even though they have a son together. So a few days later, she breaks up with him. As you can imagine, that was absolutely a shock to Emery because he was all in love and recently engaged and was just so happy. He ends up moving out. So the house you would have seen before this, the base game Reno 1, that's like the Planty Paradise, is for Isabel and her son, and Emery no longer lives there. They are co-parenting, and Isabel just kind of moving through their life. And in this save file, you join them just after they have broken up, and Isabel is living on her own. I gave her, again, a very casual, just kind of laid back, low effort style. She doesn't wear makeup, but I think Isabel is so pretty, and I love how she turned out. She fits in so well with the Oasis Springs world for no reason other than she reminds me of the Calanta families. But I absolutely love how they turned out. And of course, I wasn't going to give them their full outfits, but I was like, Shar, you can't do an entire save file and then have the Sims be wearing randomized outfits for their other things. That's going to be weird and ruin the realism. Like I mentioned in previous episodes of the save file, I'm not sure if you'll all have access to it because I use CC, and I lose my CC a lot. So there's quite a few Sims in this save file who are completely naked, and I have to give new makeovers too. But hopefully with this new PC, I will not lose my CC again because I'm not going to be transferring the data anymore. But I also give Emery a very laid back style. I try to give them things in common. So when you log in and you play with this family, or you just see this family, you'll see that they have a lot of their skills in common. They have quite a few things in common, which is why they worked so well and why they were able to work so well for so long. And little Zachary, I just think looks so cute in purple. It complements his eyes, which he's getting from his father. They're so blue, they look purple. But anyway, you're coming to the end of this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this Reid family. I know they're very, very short, but they just accompany their speed build, so you get to know this world a little bit more. If you aren't already, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. Otherwise, I'm going to see you all in my next episode. Bye, everyone.